Hey, it's Real Reviews with Aiden once again. This is episode 5. Yeah, I had a host on my last one, but this time it's just me again. I'm sorry about the TV. I was just playing a video game. I was playing a Lego game, Lego City Undercover, the Wii U version. But today I'm gonna be talking about free topics. It's well, I thought just because of the Oscars, I would talk about what my thoughts were on. Well, I'm not even going to talk about the rest of the awards. I'm just going to mention one thing I hate about the Oscars, and then I'll talk about my top 5 best movies of 2011 and 2012. Now, this video is probably going to be me at my most angry, so if you are listening to this, maybe turn your volume down because this will be probably the loudest I've ever been in a video. And just to say, this is just my opinion. I just angry about one thing, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. I will try after that to be calm, but I will, after 20 times swear, I'll try my best to relax. So, I've warned you. I've warned you about this channel. It's not for kids, so don't let your kids watch this. Just parents and teenagers only, adults only. So, you've been warned. Okay, so as for the Oscar nominees, there were two I was happy about, and that was Indiana Jones getting nominated for Best Original Score in the Oscars. I am happy Indiana Jones got a Oscar nominee. I didn't think it would. And I am also happy that Ryan Gosling got nominated. I knew he would and he did. But just 3, 2, 1, turn your volume down. This is when I'm going to become a bad guy. Oscars! Oscars! I do not understand how you did this. When you did Best Actress in a leading role, you didn't even nominate freaking. You didn't nominate Marco Robbie from Barbie. She didn't get nominated. You want to know what my reaction was? Excuse me a minute. Fuck! 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 In case you didn't hear any of that, that was me yelling and swearing F many times while hitting my punch buggy. I may have dropped some stuff on the ground, but I'll pick it up later. But fuck you, Oscars! 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 Whew. Give me a minute. Okay, so this was my reaction when she lost. You know what? I'm gonna play a crying clip and that will show you how sad it was. Let me find it. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute, guys. I'm just trying to find a video. Okay. Oh, and also, by the way, that Oscar line, I took it from a YouTube video called Angry Grandpa, so I took that line from it. If that offends you, then whatever. Just, we all have our opinions. But anyway, this is my reaction that Marco Robbie did not get nominated for Barbie. I'll scroll a few too. Alright, this is my reaction. And another one that I'd like to say, because I always do this one when I'm angry. Okay. I'm sorry I got angry there, but just sorry I had to take my headset off twice, but I was just so mad when I saw that Marco Robbie got snubbed from Barbie at Best Actress in a Leading Role. I was so mad. The guy swore, and I still am angry. So because of that, guys, I'm boycotting the Oscars this year. I'm not watching the Oscars this year, so don't expect me to do a thoughts on what won and what nominees. Just I don't care. I just don't care. Now let's talk about something better. Now, I was thinking that I could start my favorite movies from the year I was born, but I decided that I'm going to start saying my favorite movies from the day I first went to the theaters, and that was 2011. And since then, I've been a fan of the movie theaters. So, because of that, I'm going to do today two top five lists, and it's my top five best movies of 2011 and top five best movies of 2012. Now I will go back to once I get to 2022, I will go back to 2000s. Okay, so just have to be patient. All right, so as for 2011, pretty good year for animation. I'll say it was a good year. So there were a lot of movies that I did really like in 2011. So this was actually really hard to do, but and also yes, there is no movie on here that is hated on this list. So because of that, let's get to this. Number five, The Muppets. I'm a huge Muppets fan. I've always been a fan of the Muppets since I was a kid. I remember watching one of them in 2010, and I still love the franchise. This was a great movie. It was a great way to bring back the Muppets. I just loved it. I love the soundtrack. I love the characters. Like, come on, you know the Muppet characters: Kermit the Frog, Fozzie the Bear, Gonzo. Like, we all know the Muppets, and they're great singers. They're funny. I love the story. I love the songs. I love the characters. The acting's great. It's great heart. It was just a great way how they brought back the Muppets. Number four, I know some people are be pissed this isn't higher, but it's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. But let me explain. The reason why it's not my favorite is because I just like free movies better, guys. But I still love it, okay? What can I say about this movie? Everyone tells me how great it is, so just watch everyone's review and then you'll know how amazing this movie is. And it may not be my favorite Planet of the Apes, but it is one of mine. And I can't wait for the new one this summer. So, number four, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Number three, my most underrated movie of 2011, The Adventures. It wasn't. Yes, it was. Number three is The Adventures of Tintin. I'm a huge Steven Spielberg fan, and every time Steven Spielberg does a action movie, I'm always a fan of it. And I really can't wait for the sequel coming out. We'll see how it is. I really hope it's as good as the first one. Just love Tintin. I love the characters, and oh, sorry. I love Tintin. I think it's a great movie. I love the characters, and I love Tintin, Haddock, and Snowy, and great acting, great voice acting, great music. John Williams always does great music and great action. It's just a great adventure animated. It's pretty much Indiana Jones, but a cartoon, a great animated event, action adventure animated movie like Indiana Jones. It's just great. All right, is number two is my favorite sequel of 2011, Kung Fu Panda 2. This was a great sequel to the first one. And this is also the first movie I saw in the theaters at the drive-in 2011, and I loved it. I loved the first Kung Fu Panda. I will just say that once I do my thoughts on Kung Fu Panda 4, that's when you'll know my thoughts on the Kung Fu Panda movies. Vanessa, it's a great movie. But number one's Rango. This movie's underrated. It's an underrated gem. I don't understand how people forget about it. It's such a great movie. I love everything about this movie. I think Lily said it best. It's underrated and it's great. Now, as for the top five best movies of 2012, this was not as hard because I didn't see as much movies in 2012, but let's just say that there are some movies that I do like and some I don't. But just all right, as I'm saying, so let's get to the list. Number five is Brave. Okay, put the pitchforks down. I'm joking. Number five is Wreck It Ralph. Now, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me explain. Just because it's not my favorite doesn't mean I don't like it. All right, so yeah, here's my number five. Number five is Madagascar 3 Europe's Most Wanted. I love the Madagascar movies. I am a sucker for DreamWorks. DreamWorks is a great studio. Well, Pixar and Disney I still like a bit better. I still love DreamWorks nonetheless. And I love the Madagascar movies. I think they're all great. I love the first two, and this might be my favorite still of the trilogy, or this or one, and I just thought it was a great third installment. And we'll see how the fourth one is. We'll see how it goes, but I love the characters. I love Alex, Marty, Gloria, and Melman, all voiced by Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, and yes, even though I hate Jada Pinkett Smith, I like her in this. And I love the animation. It's funny and great music. It was a great third installment. Number four, Wreck It Ralph. Okay, put down the pitchforks. Just let me explain why it's not in the top three. I know a lot of people say this is the best animated movie of the year. I can see that. There's just one I like better. That's not to say I don't like it. Yes, I love this movie. Not so much the sequel, but I do love this movie. Well, I still say I don't know, like I just love the first Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's great. I love the characters. I love Ralph, and while I am a bit more of a Frozen fan, I still say that I love this movie. It's great. I love Ralph and Vanellope as characters, and Felix. The animation's great. It's funny. I love the action. It's a great soundtrack. And sorry to anyone that hates this movie, but I just love it. But it's not my favorite animated movie of 2012. And Harry Thomas Pictures, if you're watching this, I think you're going to love my number three. Alright, my number three is Brave. Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. It's not just because, oh, you're just a Pixar fanboy. You just can't hate Pixar. Yeah, because I only hate two Pixar movies. Other than that, I'm a massive Pixar fan. Now, I may have not liked this movie when I first saw it or the second time, but it has been growing on me ever since. And now I love it. I think it's such an underrated Pixar movie. I think it's one of the most underrated Pixar and animated movies in general and movies in general. I just don't get the hate over it. I'm with Harry Thomas Pictures. I think it deserved to win the Oscar. And I just love it. Like, even another critic says it deserved the win. So I'm with those two critics. I think it's great. I love Merida as a character. I love the mom. I love the dad. I love the brothers. The animation's great. It's funny. I love the action. I love the soundtrack. And it's just a great journey throughout. Alright, number two is The Amazing Spider Man. I am a huge Spider-Man fan, as you can see. I am definitely a Spider-Man fan. While there's only three Spider-Man franchises I'm not a fan of, other than that, I am a huge fan of Spider-Man. He's my second favorite superhero and my favorite Marvel hero easily. And I love this movie. I still don't get the hate over it. I think this and Brave are the most, or another certain movie. These three are the most underrated movies of the year and one most underrated movies in general. Like I just love it. Like Andrew Garfield, he's my Spider Man. Everyone has a Spider Man. He's my Spider Man, Andrew Garfield. I love him as Peter Parker and Spider Man. I love the action. I love the comedy. And it's just a perfect origin story. I thought it was great. Well, I don't think the sequel's as good. I still defend it. So yeah, I'm not an Amazing Spider-Man hater. I love them, so that's my number two. But number one, come on, you all know what it is. It's The Dark Knight Rises. Con, before you clicked on this list, you knew this would be my number one. Like, Batman is in my top three favorite things. As I said in my last episode, it's my third favorite thing, just under My Little Pony and Sonic. But I love Batman. Like, he's my favorite superhero and still is. And just like with Andrew Garfield, Christian Bale was my Batman. There's Batmans that people grew up with. Christian Bale is always my Batman. I love this movie. It's always been. Well, The Dark Knight is still my favorite Batman movie. This is a close second. So yeah, love The Dark Knight Rises. I think it's an excellent movie. It was a great conclusion to the Dark Knight trilogy, and still to me the best conclusion to any movie. It's like I just love it. I love Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne slash Batman. I love the action. I love the some of the comedy that's in it, and I thought it was a perfect finale to this franchise. Well, I think that's it for my. Or should I do one more? No, I think that will do for today. So that was my Real Reviews episode 5. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when I talk about my favorite movies of 2013 and 2014. Bye.